I'll tell you what, though, talking to transfer sagas, Harry Kane. Harry Kane has gone.
That's mental, isn't it?
I actually can't believe that we are embarking on a Premier League season that will not involve Harry Kane.
It is crazy. It is absolutely crazy. I can't, seeing those images of him at training with Bayern Munich and then on the bench for Bayern Munich and coming on and all that in the Super Cup. It was just so weird seeing. It was like I was watching a computer game. Like, when you make a sign on a computer game, that's not really supposed to happen. It did seem very, very weird, and I'm sure it'd take a long time for him to settle in. But what do you guys think about the move? Do you think credit to him? Great move, well done, go and win your trophies? Or is it like you've taken all this time to make your move and you've probably made
I think the former, for what you said there, I think we have to give him a lot of credit. Like, I think we'll explore, is it a mistake? Is it the right move? But I think what you have to do with regard to Kane is give him the credit, because he has done Tottenham nothing but a brilliant service. He's been an unbelievable player for them. They're best in the Premier League era, undoubtedly, arguably the best ever. And he then provided them with a significant transfer fee when perhaps he didn't have to do that. He could have waited. He could have got himself a free move in January. He could have started sorting that out. But instead of that, he moved to Bayern, secured his team a lot of money, and also didn't go to a Premier League rival. So I think in terms of his legacy and what he means to Tottenham, I actually think they should name a stand after him. I think he's been that good.
He has protected that a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you can have the opinion that going to Bayern Munich wasn't the right move, and I still applaud him for doing it, and he's going to win trophies. Obviously, he didn't win one in his first opportunity yesterday.
What's happening, everyone, and welcome to the club. Now, before we get into this clip, I need to let you know that this channel is now sponsored by Super 6. Super 6 is a fantastic app, and it is completely free for you to play. All you need to do is download the Super 6 app and join our mini league. The code is CLUB23. It will not cost you a penny. Guess what? As I mentioned, it will not cost you a penny, and the winner of our mini league will get £100 to spend at Classic Football Shirts. Make sure that you download the app. The link is in the description below. Hope you enjoy the clip.
I think there's a massive mistake there, though. I feel sad that he's playing for not a global institution of football. Bayern are an institution in Europe, in Germany, but they're not Real Madrid, they're not Barcelona, they're not Man United. There's only a couple of clubs like that, and he's not playing at the highest standard, in my opinion.
I disagree with that.
Bundesliga is not the highest standard. It's not a very well watched league, and Harry Kane should be playing in Spain or England. I know there's only a couple of clubs that could have afforded him. It didn't work out logistically. But Bayern Munich, there's something very unappealing about the move. I'm not saying he's not going to be successful, and
I think
fair
it's
play
more
to
the
him.
league than the club, though. I think your point is more about the Bundesliga as a club, and maybe the amount of people that watch on TV and so on. And I don't think he's the kind of player to change that massively. He's not a Ronaldo, Messi type figure where the audiences are going to follow him massively. I don't think. But I do think Bayern Munich is just what they are, a household name. They are an institution. They go above and beyond. I think
the Bundesliga is arguably uninspiring, though. The Bundesliga.
That's what I mean about the move. He deserves a Real Madrid, a Man
is an
United.
elite club. I think we've got to be careful not to kind of just bundle them in with the rest.
I think I've said it in the right way in the sense we're football fans. We respect Bayern Munich. But as a global institution, people love watching Real Madrid for the sake of it. Barcelona because of Messi. Bayern Munich aren't watched by neutrals because of the league they play in and because they aren't massively appealing. They're not. They're massive. What can I say as a City fan? They're an institution in European football, but he's now playing in a league we won't be watching.
I agree with that.
The way that
and if you do watch,
works
it's probably
for
2 or 3 fixtures.
The way that this will work for Kane, and maybe this is part of his decision-making process, is if he were to win a league, obviously we can't be looking down our nose at winning a title. A title anywhere is significant, and winning a Bundesliga, even though it would be helping Bayern Munich to secure their 13th in a row, it would still matter, particularly to him who hasn't won a trophy yet. But I got the narrative here. I got the story, right? I genuinely do. Imagine this, and this could happen. He's partnered with Thomas Tuchel, a European Cup winner, a European Cup expert, actually. He took a Paris Saint-Germain team to the final as well, so he knows how to do it. He's at Bayern Munich, a club with huge pedigree in Europe. They are capable of winning it. So in the Champions League, something that I feel is guaranteed, they're going to play Arsenal and Harry Kane's going to score at the Emirates. Like, that's happening, don't you think? Like, that's just written in the stars. Sometimes those things just align and ultimately that will happen. The Champions League final is at Wembley. Harry Kane winning at Wembley, Tottenham's home for a while with, and he was playing there. I feel like if the European dream were to come true, while I concede it's unlikely, I think there are better teams in Europe. I think Manchester City are far more likely to win.
He does elevate Bayern Munich amongst
their chances, I know. Imagine if he were to go there, maybe in his first year, win a Bundesliga and a Champions League. Suddenly, boo. And I agree with you, by the way.
Exactly, yeah.
Today. But suddenly, tomorrow, if that were to happen, you go, well, it's the best thing he could
And
possibly
we all thought Lewandowski should have won a Ballon d'Or. But he didn't because of COVID and stuff.
He did, though, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He was robbed.
He should have won it. And I think, obviously, if Harry Kane goes on to do that, he can put his name down for a Ballon. Does he have to win the Champions League there for it to be deemed a success, or just winning the league?
I think three league titles in a row would be history on some level. It would be a little bit grim because of the rivalry in the league isn't good enough. They shouldn't be winning 15, 16 in a row, Bayern Munich. But I watched Bayern Munich last season. They played us. We absolutely obliterated them at the Etihad. They were missing a striker massively. So this isn't a Bayern Munich side just signing him for the sake of it. They got some fantastic pace. Sane, Gnabry, Kimmich, Goretzka. Got an unbelievable squad. They were missing a striker. They still had Choupo-Moting there and all that. So he will massively improve them. But the thing is, he's got 3 shots that we got 1 a year of winning the Champions League. He's got 3 gambles of winning the Champions League. If he doesn't do it, it's a flat move, in my opinion.
Not necessarily.
Is it not an argument that he can go there, pick up the trophies that he wants, challenge, and come back and still get that record?
It's only 48, isn't it?
He's going to be 34 at the end of this deal.
If he sees the deal out, like he doesn't necessarily have to stay for the full
He probably
3
thinks
years.
it's easier to leave Bayern Munich in 2 years and get to a Man United, Chelsea,
Also,
Arsenal, whoever.
so you've got to think if you analyse the way that he plays football, 2 things are very important. Firstly, the way that Kane plays the game means that Kane at 34 is still a fantastic prospect. The other thing is, it's a complete misnomer that he's an injury-prone player. It's a complete it's a misnomer. Like, it's not true that he. But you know, when people go, "Oh, the thing that you often hear is the glass ankle."
One ankle
it's not
a season.
It's just not true.
Yeah,
like he played more minutes than anyone else for Tottenham last year.
That's amazing. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think he played every game. I think he played every game.
Yeah,
like it's just not true. He had his ankle injury. He had his ankle issues, and it's recovered. And if you look at his form over the past 3 years, he played an awful lot of football.
Is there something about the league where it's just like, I know we talk about the Farmers League and all that, but is there something that's a slightly easier league for him? All he has to do is stay up top,
he can manage himself.
Exactly, manage himself. He doesn't have to be chasing games.
You look at the likes of Thomas Muller there and some of the older players. They've managed their careers so well, and they'll get a bit of longevity out of that. Maybe he's looking at his international career for England as well. One of the things about Germany is it's not one of them leagues where you're going to go, right, we can't play him for England now because he's dropped down such a big level. I think he'll still be.
Do you not think
still be a regular for England there as well?
Do you not think that they've basically said they've made this about the Champions League? Go on, son.
Yeah.
He's burned him. He's done him. Yeah.
Oh.
Such a thorn in anyone's side, isn't he? Such a good player.
Good pace.
Yeah, he should have scored a goal today, but that was a good.
It'll
very
come.
good
It'll
run.
come.
I think they're third favourites to win the Champions League. Actually, I don't rate Barcelona.
City,
I don't rate Arsenal.
City,
I don't rate
City, Real,
Man United to win it. With all due respect, I think it's City, Real, and Bayern third. I think that's fair to say. Maybe you think Real Madrid ahead of City.
Bayern Munich may be
well.
ahead of Real Madrid now.
Yeah,
because
close.
of the signing of Harry Kane.
But then look at Bellingham.
They've just lost Benzema and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
You've lost
They're
some
close.
goals.
No,
I think there's only 3 sides that can win
mate,
it.
they got so battered by you. Like
Yeah,
it
but-
wasn't.
but-
It wasn't just. It wasn't.
No, but
it
they
was
were
a
in the
club.
game.
But what
They were
was
in
the
the game up until
5-1,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, but mate, they were clear through on goal, and they had Sane that missed one. If Harry
Yeah.
Kane's through on goal, he might
He
score a
scores,
hat
he
trick.
scores. Yeah.
You know,
Even yesterday in the game against Leipzig, they created such a huge amount of chances that you think stick Harry Kane on the back post there, scoring goals. I think he could have a 40+ goal season this season.
Easy.
What do you think? What do you think he needs to do in Germany to make this move worth it? So let's say that he's written off the Shearer record. Let's say that
Win one trophy.
no,
Like the league needs
a
3 league
Bundesliga,
titles.
a Bundesliga isn't worth the Premier League all-time.
He needs to win 3.
One Bundesliga isn't the Premier League record, surely.
I think we're overlooking. Remember, in that period, he's also going to be competing for the Champions League with Bayern Munich. They are going to compete. Whether they win it or not is a different story. Your alternative is literally staying at Spurs and just becoming top goal scorer of the league, which probably gets broken by someone a little bit further down the line. A record that's eventually gone. Like, do you know what I mean? It's ultimately gone. I think being part of a Bayern Munich team for a season that wins the league, that's something you'll remember forever. You'll have that trophy in the bag. You know, it is one of the top 5 leagues in Europe ultimately. and it's winning the league.
I disagree with that. I rate and understand your point, but I think that breaking Shearer's record is worth more than one Bundesliga title, and helping.
How long Shearer's record? For all he knows, Erling Haaland decides I ain't leaving.
Yeah,
in
the
fact,
title's worth
in
more.
fact, Erling Haaland just needs to commit probably 6-7 years.
I thought you were just saying any cup. I thought you meant like the cup yesterday.
No,
as a
like
joke.
the league. Like,
Yeah, if
imagine
he
being
wins
part
one
of a
league,
league-winning team.
Mate, Haaland could overtake him in 7 years anyway.
Haaland won't be here.
Who is the Division 1 record goal scorer before the Premier League takeover? No one knows. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can tell you won the Premier League in 1999. Do you know what I mean? So trophies are historical, goal records and world records, and these things.
No, but you're asking something before our time.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, but
it's the point that goal.
No, but you can be a forgotten player in a.
R9 had the most goals in the World Cup. Then it's Closer. It's going to be Mbappe. I mean, these things come and go.
No, but you don't live forever off that. Like you can be an insignificant member of a league of a championship team, can't you? You can be an insignificant member.
Do you
of
think
a team.
Shearer's as fondly remembered without having that league-winning title, though?
Yeah. 260 goals in the you are the Premier League top ever goal scorer.
I think
temperate.
Not anyone can score goals, but like
temporary
winning things is what people play football for, man. It just
I think legacy and history as well.
So what happens to Shearer's record if he's never won the Premier League and then Haaland gets 261
You
goals?
also got to remember Kane isn't a Spurs
He's second on the list.
Yeah, he's second on the list. Still incredibly impressive.
The number one's gone. He's not won the Premier League.
It's a hypothetical. It's a hypothetical that hasn't come up. If Alan Shearer hadn't won a Premier League at Blackburn Rovers, he would still.
Or only bring him out because Harry Kane hasn't won the league in England, and he will win something in Germany. He'll win the league.
I think.
Look,
this is a game of opinions.
Oh my god!
I know he goes there. He goes there, and Dortmund win the league.
You know, there's that picture of him passing the trophy yesterday in Germany and all that, and you're thinking, it's just like Liverpool.
Imagine he was the problem at Spurs. You know what would be hilarious?
Tottenham win the league.
No.
Tottenham win the league.
Tottenham win the Carabao Cup even.
Do you know what it'd be like?
And Munich win nothing.
Do you know what it'd be like? Do you remember when Michael Owen left Liverpool to win a European Cup? He left to win the European Cup. He left. Liverpool had their greatest night, arguably their greatest night in their history.
Yeah.